Okay, so the saber part is only a 16 and an 8, I believe, or a 16, 8 and then a 5 at the end. But it is geared more towards like intermediate advanced. Kind of the whole time, there's not really anything crazy advanced and not really anything crazy beginner. So it's all kind of sitting in the middle of that little skill range. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the right hand under, aiming towards the catch shape. If you don't have the catch shape, just be about like 7 or 8 inches away from the tip of the saber, and then you want your left hand just on top of that hilt. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start in a second plie, and we're just gonna push with that left hand and kind of go into a right lunge, and we're gonna pull, let that hilt swing, and we're gonna do a little single and a half. From here, I just go into a flourish on 3 and. I'm gonna go here and over, and I tuck it alongside my arm. So again, I just grabbed, that thumb was up, so my hand just goes out, in. When I get back to that hip, I'm gonna start twisting the saber forward with the hilt. I'm gonna let that go over. Notice my hand, and now my 2 fingers are working on it to go here. So it's that first finger and that thumb that are kind of holding on to the saber, and then the rest of the fingers are kind of just placed. So again, I just grabbed, I went out, then just those 2 fingers are working to go up and down, and just letting it rotate. So from the beginning, I start here, I go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. But now as I go to the position, I'm just gonna push that right leg to go over, step, and step. So I'm stepping here now. So again, I went here, I went flourish, that left foot just stepped behind, and I just did like a sweep. So it's not really a passe or coupe or anything kind of crazy. I'll scoot back. I just sweep my foot to go into that as I do that flourish. And my left arm kind of follows it. So sweep, and then over and in. And now from here, I'm gonna pop it on 7. And now notice where I am with my hands. I'm tucked down, the saber's behind me, and I'm here. I'm just gonna pull back, and I'm gonna go pop, re-grab. So try that a couple times and practice getting it all the way to flat behind you. You'll just put that left hand behind the back, and you'll go up, grab. Aim to catch at that spotter, because it'll be easier to the next thing that we're gonna do. So again, I just went from the beginning, up, catch 3, 3 and 4, up 5, 6, up 7, grab 8. And that's happening right on that clap. So make sure that catch is sharp, and then that right hand is just crossed along the shoulder. From here, we're just gonna drop that left hip, similar to the rifle stuff, and we're gonna go down. We pull the saber around and over those fingers. So again, I was here with that saber, and I was behind my back because I caught under, and now I pull around the hip, and I let this swing up. Same thing as before, first finger and the thumb are working on the saber as it goes around to that position from there. So 6, 7, 8, 9, up 10. From here, I'm just gonna let the saber slide. I'm gonna re-grab with that left hand, and it's gonna go around my head, just like that. So I just went down and grab, I let it slide on the saber, pulled it around behind my head. So now from that count 10, I went 11 and 12, and I took a step. I do pull through coupe to go to my step. So 7, 8, 9, 10, pulling through coupe, 11, but then I step across on 12 so I can swipe it out on 13, 14, and you just literally swipe just like that. You let the saber go all the way around, but now you're gonna step into a right force arch, look to the back over your left shoulder, 3, 4, and you're just hugging yourself just like this. And that's very, very emotive. Make sure that you have a lot of emotion going into that swing. And now finishing out that last little 16, I go from here on 14, I'm gonna go ahead and go around and down, and I let the saber kind of just lampshade around my body. So when I pull it back out, I'm fully on the saber right here, but then I just let it slide to the bottom of the hilt, just like this. And that just happens naturally as you let it rotate around and down. So now as I'm doing that little unwind and down to the floor, I'm also just taking right foot step across. Make sure it's turned out with those feet. That heel is the one leading the step. And then left hand is just shaped behind that back, and I'm here kind of looking at my saber, and I'm a little bit contracted with that stomach as I press down into that force arch. So that whole opening 16, I go 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up 10, 11, 12, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So now from here, the tip's on the floor. We're just gonna pull it straight up, and we're gonna go 1, grab on 2. And I kind of lean back just a slight bit away from my saber so that I can rebound back up. I can step across, again, that name turned out with that shoe or that foot. And now from here, I'm gonna go flip and I'm gonna re-grab at that catch tape. Left hand's gonna be on the hilt, and I'm at that 45. So again, I popped up, one, lean back and kind of sink down a little more, and you push into the saber to turn out, and now on that catch, you're gonna go up to passe as you grab. And this passe is kind of leaning away, so I'll do it a little bit more full out. So I go here, up, and hit, and I'm kind of leaning away. Do you see how I'm like falling out of it? Because the next thing we're doing is falling out of it. So now I'm in that passe, and from here, I'm just gonna step across, and now my saber is gonna unwind under my arm and go straight down. And then at the end, my hilt is facing back up. So I'm literally here. You wanna just literally practice dropping, oh my God, I said literally like 8 times just now. But you wanna make sure that you're dropping that saber down and unwinding at the same time, not waiting till the end to unwind, and also not trying to start and then go here. It's one blended motion all the way down to the floor. So I'm here with the saber, and I'm in that passe. I'm gonna step across and unwind from here. I'm gonna pull the saber up. I'm gonna land in a dip, just like this on that count 8. So now from here, you're gonna toss a 5 on count 8. You're gonna just pull that right foot in, and you're gonna go here with that right foot, that right arm shoots straight out, left hand goes to the right shoulder, and now you sweep across, and then you step down into left, forced arch, just like that. So I'm gonna toss on 9, and I'm gonna catch on 12, and I start the body on 10. So I go 5, 6, 7, dip, up, 9, 10, 11, catch 12. So now all together, I go 5, 6, 7, 8, up, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I grab that saber pretty low in that forced arch. Then from here, I'm gonna shoot straight out, and then you can end saber again however you please. You have a couple more counts after that catch to kind of finish out however you want. But if you're going on to flag, then obviously just catch, kind of blend, and pick up your flag, and then you're good. So at last 16, with the 5, I go 5 and 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, squeeze, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's go ahead and go through both 16s of saber. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, grab, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 3rd, 4, 5th, and 6, 1, rebound, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, squeeze, 9, 10, 11, 12, to go into that catch, and then you're finished. So yeah, that's the saber stuff, and just like I told you at the beginning, it's split up, kind of more just intermediate, advanced the whole time. There's nothing too crazy easy, and nothing that's too crazy hard. So just make sure that you're working through it the best that you know how.